With the Royal Rumble being this Sunday, just what would WWE do for the Raw Go Home show? Well, I'll tell you as WGS-TV reviews Monday Night Raw for the week of January 23rd, 2017. Hey YouTube, are you ready for your hot tag? Because if you are, it's definitely time to work.
This is Sean Crow, watching WGS-TV.
What's up, guys? I'm the Wrestle Gamer. Welcome back to another episode of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer. With the Royal Rumble coming up this Sunday, WWE would have to build on some more names to join the actual Rumble match. WWE would also confirm on some more matches to be held on the 2-hour kickoff show, but honestly, who has time to watch a 2-hour kickoff show? WWE did drop a couple of surprises for the final segment this week. Now, just what were those surprises? Before I answer that question, let's talk about Raw. Monday Night Raw would open up with Roman Reigns in the ring cutting a promo about his Universal Championship match, which would bring out Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. Basically, what this segment was used for was not only to build on the Universal Championship match at the Royal Rumble this Sunday, but it was also used to set up the rematch between Jericho and Reigns for the United States Championship. Honestly, it felt like it was a pretty dry segment in my opinion until the crowd popped for Jericho and Reigns. Opening match this week would be Cesaro taking on Gallows, and during this match it was announced, or at least brought to my attention, that at the Royal Rumble kickoff, it will be Cesaro and Sheamus defending the Raw Tag Team Championship against Gallows and Anderson, with 2 referees assigned to the match. Be sure to tune in to Sports Entertainment Tonight this week for my thoughts on this upcoming match at the Rumble kickoff. As far as this match goes, for what it was okay. Still don't know if Sheamus is now classified as a face or a heel. Just saying. The finish of the match was Gallows hitting the one-man Flapjack on Cesaro to pick up the win. Up next, it was Sami Zayn taking on Seth Rollins, with Rollins' spot in the Rumble match on the line. That stipulation was set up by Stephanie McMahon on the phone with Foley backstage. Now, regardless of the stipulation, this was a great match to watch. Zayn and Rollins showed some great in-ring chemistry with each other and pulled off some amazing spots. Now, with Triple H's music playing during the match was kind of expected, which tells me WWE is going in the direction we all assumed for WrestleMania with Triple H and Rollins. Now, had this match been last week or 2 weeks ago, then possibly we could have seen the match at the Royal Rumble. But with it happening Monday night, then it's reasonable to assume that WWE is going to pursue this angle for WrestleMania of all places. The finish of the match was Zayn catching Rollins in a small package pin after being distracted by Triple H's music. Up next, it was Ariya Davari, Drew Gulak, and Tony Nese taking on TJ Perkins, Jack Gallagher, and Mustafa Ali. Ali had a video promo package played before the match, which kind of indicated to me who was going to be involved in the finish. I mean, if you're going to promo the guy before the match, then why not have him involved in the actual finish of the match? And another thing I picked up on was the name change for Gallagher. He went from being the Extraordinary Gentleman to just Gentleman Jack Gallagher. I'm not sure why WWE went with the name change for Gallagher, because I thought he was good as the Extraordinary Gentleman. Anyway, the finish of the match was Ali hitting an inverted 450 splash on Gulak to pick up the win for his team. The New Day were up next cutting a promo about the Rumble, which brought out Enzo and Big Cass, and Cass would announce that he's also in the Rumble match himself, which brought out Rusev and Jinder Mahaal, and apparently Rusev is also in the match as well. Everything looked like it was going okay until Titus and Io came out, and the whole promo took a nosedive, in my personal opinion. Titus would then announce that the next match was an 8-man tag match, and brought out their partner, Braun Strowman. Overall, the 8-man tag match was worked pretty well, as the finish of the match was Strowman hitting the Powerslam on Enzo to pick up the win. The Big Show came out after the match for a stare-down with Strowman, who backed away from the world's largest athlete. Big Show would then reveal on the Raw Fallout later that night that the reason he went out there was to show Strowman that he wasn't the biggest dog in the yard at the Rumble. Up next, the United States Championship was on the line as Chris Jericho defended the title against the former champion in Roman Reigns. I honestly didn't want to see a title change because it wouldn't make any sense. I mean, why put a secondary title on the person you're pushing towards the Universal Championship? Of course, the top title of your brand would be considered more important than the secondary championship. So what do you do then with the secondary championship? There's nothing you can do because the person holding your secondary championship is knee-deep in a different storyline, and having him involved in two different storylines would just overload him and the fans for that matter. Seeing Kevin Owens interfere to end the match and a disqualification was expected because it gives Roman the win without having to put the title back on him. The following confrontation, which ended up with Owens in the shark cage and Jericho dangling it from it, trying to save his best friend, was indeed hilarious, with Roman putting the exclamation mark on it with the Superman punch to Jericho. After Owens got out of the cage, we would hear the announcement that the stipulation at the Rumble for the Universal Championship would be a no disqualification match, and with Owens being the heel, he gave the typical heel response, but it was still a good response. Up next, Nia Jax squashed a no-name jobber with a bonsai drop in very short order, with Sasha Banks coming up for a confrontation with Nia would confirm it for me that they were having a match at the Rumble, and it's on the 2-hour kickoff show, which I probably won't watch. Hey, I learned my lesson from SummerSlam. Up next, it was Noam Dar taking on Rich Swann. I said this last week. Is Alicia Fox hot? Yes. But it's her character I can't stomach. So no comments about me being racist, because it has nothing to do with race whatsoever. As far as this match goes, with this being the Raw Go Home show for the Rumble, you had to make your Cruiserweight champion look strong, which is what they did with Swann hitting a roundhouse kick on Dar to pick up the win. Swann would then call out Neville for a confrontation, which he got the better of his challenger for the title. Backstage, Cedric Alexander was being interviewed about his match with Neville on 205 Live, which I will talk about on my 205 Live review tomorrow, when Alicia Fox and Noam Dar would appear in frame. Dar would get knocked down, and Alicia Fox would say, "You almost made him cry." Do I need to repeat myself? Having Goldberg close out the show with a promo about the Rumble on paper was a good idea, but the execution just wasn't there for him. I don't know if it had anything to do with him hitting the door with his head, which clearly busted him open, but it was just a small cut. Brock Lesnar's supposed surprise appearance didn't take me by surprise at all, but what did take me by surprise was The Undertaker's appearance. Three of possibly the biggest names in the Rumble would have a stare down to end Monday Night Raw. I believe this was the first time Goldberg and The Undertaker were seen together in the same ring. I wonder if this means anything for the Rumble. We'll definitely discuss it more on Sports Entertainment Tonight this Thursday, so be sure you tune in for that. Overall score on Raw this week gets a 3.5 out of 5, with best match of the night going to Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins, with worst segment of the night going to Alicia Fox's backstage promo of "You almost made him cry." Again, do I need to repeat myself? Anyway, guys and gals, that's been my thoughts on Monday Night Raw this week. What I want to know from you guys out there, you guys, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on Monday Night Raw this week. What are your overall scores? What are your picks for best and worst match or segment on Monday Night Raw this week? I definitely want to hear what you guys out there have to say. Be sure to put your comments in the comment section below. If you guys like the video, be sure you slam that like button like a champ. If you guys want to see more wrestling talk with awesome gameplays right here on WGS-TV, well, you know the way you got to do it. You got to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon, so that way you turn on notifications, so that way you never miss out on another video right here on YouTube. So with that being said, I am your friendly neighborhood wrestling gamer, and I will see you next time right here on WGS-TV. Bye, guys!